The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So,
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit-needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.
Hello!
And welcome
to BB on Blast.
to BB24.
The big BB24 controversy edition.
Ooh!
Controversy, I should probably say.
And not just because of what's happened in the house, but also people spoilerising it.
Oh, God. We're going to go right away?
No, I just... to be fair, I didn't get spoilerised, so I don't care. But...
No, but you...
I will
if
care.
If it weren't for me, you could have.
If not for your...
Yeah.
Dipping those toes out there.
Yeah, I got spoiled, so you didn't have to.
I knew something was going on because I heard, when something...
We heard something on the grapevine.
Yeah, when something's happening, it's always like, oh, it's, a bit juicy. It's like a spoiler in itself, isn't it?
But it is. Everyone just shut up.
Because then you're like, wait, like that whole first nominations episode, I was like, what's happening? What's happening?
Why?
Nothing happened.
But hang on a minute, because you came to me and was like, something's gone down here.
Yeah.
Like, maybe someone... And I still don't know. You thought Carl's had been kicked out, or...
Well, this is the thing. James said he saw something on the sidebar of shame. The day they
That's
met on the sidebar.
Right?
Yeah.
So you came to me with the borderline spoiler originally.
Yeah, but don't you think, ooh, it must be something good if it's made it that far. It's either someone's got kicked out, someone's got punched, someone's been racist, something big. This to me don't seem big enough to have made it to the sidebar of shame. Do you think?
Not unless it's been evicted.
Not unless something. But even if he got evicted, I've seen...
I mean ejected, forcibly kicked out.
I've seen a million times worse things happen than this on Big Brother.
I saw something on... I'm not usually on the Daily Mail website, but I saw something on the Daily Mail.
What were you doing
related to... I don't know. Some article.
Trolling Meghan Markle.
What was I doing? I must have been Googling something which took me there. I feel like it was to do with... I know what it was.
Any excuse. By the way, I'm Lindsay.
Oh, and I'm Gav. Right. I was actually having to Google Scottish drag queens for a campaign I'm doing at work because it's targeting men who have sex with men in Scotland. So, of course, the drag queens are a good anchor for those people. So
they're the pioneers of it.
So I ended up on an article on the Daily Mail which had a list of Scottish drag queens, I think. And down the bottom, when I got to the bottom, I was like, honestly, I saw a lot of things that day because I was having to Google like a lot of like sex topics on Twitter. Not Google, search.
Yeah.
So a lot of dicks and a lot of drag queens.
Right.
Not bad afternoon at work, really.
Fair enough.
And then as I got down the list, I was like, hang on a minute, what's that? It was like Big Brother's Katie, whatever her name is. Big Brother Australia, Katie.
What?
Has now got a girlfriend.
Oh.
All right. And she's being subjected to a lot of homophobic abuse.
Wasn't she straight on the show?
Yeah.
She had a boyfriend, didn't she?
Did she?
Well, that
she had the
footballer
ex
guy, yeah.
And we thought, like, she probably liked the other girl.
That makes sense, actually. She does have a bit of a gay vibe. Jess.
Yeah. We thought that Katie and Jess could be a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
But now she's come out and now she's got a girlfriend, which, great, happy for her, but apparently she's getting a lot of abuse for it.
Pathetic. Grow up, people.
I know.
Please.
Anyway, she made the Daily Mail.
Interesting. So, we don't know what's happened. We've not watched the eviction. We're going to watch the eviction. Other thing is, I haven't made any notes really because I've had a tough week and Gas decided to be the scribe this week. When you're in a meeting, someone says, will you be the scribe?
That sounds like you're sat there at a little wooden desk with a pot of ink and a quill.
I haven't heard anyone say that in a while, to be fair. Thank God for working
I'm just playing the lute.
Yeah.
I'd certainly be the scribe.
It's like, oh no, I was planning on just doodling and looking out the window during this meeting. Fuck that.
I will be the scribe, but first I have to consult the Lord of the Latrine.
Anyway, where was I going with this? So I don't really have much notes, but I do have thoughts. But I'm worried my thought... See, because we don't know, we've not been on the BB streets,
no.
we don't know what the opinion is. I'm worried our opinion, or our joint collective opinion...
will be the wrong one.
It's going to be the wrong one, but that's fine, because we don't have a joint
How could it possibly be the wrong
opinion.
one?
Well, I don't know, let's get into... shall I tell you what I'm thinking, or should we wait to go through it?
I don't know now.
Let me just tell you off the cuff.
Yeah.
I think Michael might be getting hate for like bringing this whole thing up like 2 weeks
as a
too
game
late.
move.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
but I think that's fucking brilliant, personally.
Well,
That was my main overriding opinion. Like, oh, I wonder if people are going to Michael. You shouldn't be doing it. But having said that, why would they be saying that?
it's kind of multifaceted, isn't it?
Can I do a disclaimer that any opinions I give during this podcast
Could be corrected by the end of it.
I've had an extremely long week and I'm in a vulnerable state. So if I do give the wrong opinion, just write to your local MP about it and don't bother our inbox. Go on.
So what do you think that people are going to be annoyed at Michael for weaponising this?
Because it kind of reminded me of what Tyler did with Bailey and Dave On when he was like,
no.
It's not like that. I got a vibe of that from it. But I was loving it. I was like, Michael, when he was like, we got to try and figure a way out of this, I was like, yes. And then when he did it, I was like, fuck Kyle and his racist little arse.
Yeah.
So I was like all for it, but then I thought, is it a bit like dodgy to sort of bring it up and ruin someone's reputation? But then he shouldn't have said it in the first. I've just done the whole podcast, so we might as well just stop now.
Yeah, you kind of have. We can come back to this when we get to it. Shall we come back to that topic? Because I've got more to say.
Do you know what I mean? I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I'm sure many people do.
Yeah, that's okay. Then.
And also, the other thing to consider is like we've seen what Big Brother's wanted to show us, but it's not the first time we've heard Michael and Brittany talk about this.
The weird thing is, I'm so far behind on my other podcast now, but they're just starting to talk about it on the podcast I listen to. Oh, Kyle said this, Kyle said that. Kyle said that Turner looked like a Filipino farmhand or something when he was wearing like a certain hat or something. And it's just like...
Very specific. You don't know if France is in England or...
good
Paris
point.
is England or France.
So it's starting to like bubble up. So I'm about 2.5 weeks behind, I think. So it is old news, but now it's relevant again. So now and again, we're on the money.
Sometimes you can refresh that old news and serve it again.
Just like the leftovers. Oh no.
Right, so we go way back. To when the houses were being two houses, both alike in lack of dignity, were being rejoined.
Yes.
I've written at the top of these notes because you've been saying, some shit's gone down. We've had Axe, who we will address later.
Axe, you're getting the Axe from BB24.
You need to watch this video after you've seen the episode. And I'm like, okay, there's something buzzing around here. So I've gone in and I've written, everyone has bigged this shit up. Yeah. Like, everyone has bigged this up. Yeah. So this shit that has gone down better be Fight Night 32 or whatever it is. Didn't you think it was going to be on the scale of like the house has erupted?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe in the eviction episode it's going to kick off.
I think it might,
Yeah, because...
the narrator said something about house meeting.
Literally,
we all know what comes from a house meeting.
The Nomzep, nothing happened. I was like, okay, let's watch the next one because I want to see what happened. And then, still, I could see the direction it was going in, but I still wanted more. Yeah,
I felt like maybe I'd missed it because I was hoping for so much more, and then obviously I realised in the next episode.
But also, let's do our wild speculation now.
Yeah,
we're saying, could it be Kyle who's gone? It could be someone else who's gone. So,
oh shit! Like
Monty
Taylor could have walked.
Monty or Terence.
Monty could have walked because he was quite upset about it.
Monty or Terence could deck Kyle. Rightly so. It could be something like that. You never know.
Yeah.
I can't think of. Who else would actually? I'd enjoy that. Actually, I couldn't see Terence really dicking Kyle because
Terence could maybe hold him down.
Or maybe like Alyssa's walked, or it could be anything. It could be anything. You just don't know.
At the end of this is again jumping ahead, but at the end of that Vito episode, he went to the door and took his mic off. I thought he's going right away, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he was panicking, wasn't he? I hate Kyle so much, and that was before all of this. I just want him to come unstuck, so I hope he does. Well, he already has.
Well, something's coming unstuck tonight, one way or another.
God.
Anyway, so the housemates are going back together. Taylor said about Jasmine, sayonara to my No, not Taylor. Turner said about Jasmine, sayonara to my festy bestie, man. Finally out of my head. You should have said out of my head.
Yeah, you should have.
Taylor says that having Joseph in the house was the most priceless thing.
Oh, that was sad. I thought that was so sad when she was like getting upset. And Monty looked gutted as well. It was just... They saw Alyssa come back in, they were like, ugh.
Why does Alyssa always look like a granny sucking on a spear, like a mint imperial?
Just ask Kyle.
Taylor crying said, "I'm not going to cry." You know, she went to the toilet and was like, "Don't do it, don't cry." But she obviously was crying.
Yeah, we see you, we hear you.
Michael was setting up Taylor as the next HOH. This is, and he was like, "This is for Joseph."
Yeah,
like, that was the storyline. And I was like, "Oh, that would be a beautiful story arc."
Poor Joseph got his name dragged through the absolute mud.
Wow.
They sewed Joseph's name.
Good tactic, though, to be fair.
It was, yeah. But they were like, something like this don't add up. Yeah, because it's bollocks. That's why.
DFS report, what's this?
Fuck knows.
Oh, yeah.
No
Basically, they came in and they were given the report on how bad it was outside. There were ants on Alyssa's face. She was sweating in a sleeping bag, and it was 100 degrees in the garden.
And they had bologna sandwiches, apparently.
Oh, really?
What is a bologna
Is that not
sandwich?
spam?
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
Bologna,
oh, God, we
just
did
load
that
of-
last week, didn't we?
Bologna sounds like they've taken whatever they pour over you in a bush tucker trial and just blended it up and put it in a can.
Ew.
Meanwhile, in Brochella, everything was the same, except we had tacos and margaritas one night, burgers and beer, and shakes.
I thought they shouldn't say that, putting a target on your back. Jealousy.
It's funny how Mike was like, well, it was all the same apart from all this great food, alcohol, beer, and everyone was just like, After party are going to blame Joseph's eviction on his own behaviour.
No, poor Joseph.
Turner to Monty. Joseph was going pretty nuts towards the end.
Okay,
Going pretty nuts.
Can you be specific, please? Because I've seen Joseph for like 6 weeks and he's just sat there most of the time.
Oh, he was like throwing stools off of that balcony into the pool.
Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
What was he doing exactly? I'd be like, okay,
Threatening to put Carl's face on the grill.
break that down for me, please. It's just a load of rubbish, wasn't it? Oh yeah, they said he was doing stuff that wasn't adding up. I thought, like this fucking conversation. Yeah, I did write down a couple of things.
Monty thinks Turner's vote makes sense to cover the leftovers. Monty was starting to sort of buy into why Turner did vote Joseph out, because even Turner started to be like, at the end I just I couldn't
control him anymore.
I couldn't
you know what
excuse
Joseph's like?
that behaviour.
Nuts.
And I've written,
Feral.
everyone's getting played.
DFS sent Joseph to the brink. Sorry, I was looking for a scrunchie, but
Taylor is giving Terence a tough questioning in the storeroom. What was that about? About what happened outside? Yeah, she knows something's up. Why would Terence only have an issue with Joseph and not also with Turner and Kyle?
Yeah, the whole story just sucked, didn't it?
What does that mean? Are they also left? They were all leftovers, aren't they?
Yeah, like why did all the leftovers vote Joseph out? But Alyssa wasn't up. It was Kyle and. So I suppose
Turner.
Why did they choose to get rid of Joseph over Kyle? Good question.
Kyle reconvening with Brittany and Michael, also putting the blame on Joseph. See, it's just all going around.
Yeah, for revealing the alliance. Joseph revealed the alliance.
Did he tell Michael and Brittany that?
But it was Kyle that did that.
Fuck's sake.
But Michael was sus. Michael was like,
Yeah, Michael's always a bit... he's always got his own theory, but he never quite gets to it, it feels like. The crux of it.
Well,
because he just got to keep it calm because of his own game.
I think he is at least being suspicious, which is more than some are.
Kyle is making out that Joseph may have spilled the beans. There you go. Michael has his card marked. He's a genius here, apparently.
Change the tune. To be fair, Michael, we were saying it when we were watching it yesterday, Michael is...
Best player since Kevin.
Michael is by far about 10 times more intelligent than anyone else in that house.
Yeah.
And it's not even close.
And also just like...
Kevin who? Oh, Kevin from Baby Cat.
We don't know his last name, do we?
Jacobs. Is it?
I
think so.
It's Kevin Robert Martin.
Jacobs,
sticks in the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also, I just think, like more clued into the game and how people act in the game. He's obviously like got a lot of background knowledge. It's just like Big Brother Hours is top of the chart, right?
He's a student of the game.
He is.
Just like Daniel.
Remember?
Hey, there's only room for one big brother super fan in this house.
Remember, Michael's got that sort of like ring binder of Big Brother Bible, which I think is fake for his. I thought it was fake for his VT, but maybe it is real.
I want to see that shit. Michael's fiance put that on Instagram. It probably already is. Hayden.
Page by page.
Come on, Hayden. Are you going to go see Boys when you get out of the house with him?
What's that?
That fucking film that they watched.
Oh, God. It looks shit, doesn't it?
Just a bit.
So the HOH was one that we like. Can is small.
I like this one.
The stacking of the tiny cans again.
The micro energy drink.
I think it's the third time we've seen it now. Bored of it yet?
No, I like it. I like it because it's not physical, and I like the way people look through the holes. I like the little rooms that they do.
Yeah, so I tweeted a selection of the rooms. I was like, how is it the task designers can come up with better interiors than the entire house designers?
Yeah, good point, yeah.
They look much better.
Yeah, they did. The
That
interiors
BB,
were
I like
cool.
that like BB Louis Vuitton style wallpaper with like back-to-back
Oh yeah,
BBs.
they had a few. Like I wouldn't go out of place in my Animal Crossing house.
I
Thought everyone looked very attractive.
was going to say, any comment on
holes.
how people looked?
Monty
Because
in
fucking
particular.
hell, Monty was looking so damn hot.
Good. Taylor looked good as well. Maybe it was the lighting.
It is
because
the
they both
lighting.
look good.
Because they have a ring light, and so what it is, I've noticed it's the reflection of the ring light in the eyes. Just makes people look so much fucking hotter.
Oh, I need to get one.
Yeah, for your videos. But
I haven't done a video in fucking yonks.
I tweeted. Did you see
Yeah.
the tweets?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
took
them,
pictures
no.
of one and tweet them like, how is he looking so much hotter
I've
in
been
this?
avoiding Twitter because of all these spoilers abounding. But yeah, everyone looked good. It's just a cool comp, isn't it? It would be bloody frustrating doing it though, don't you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to do it.
Oh god, it'd drive me mad.
Also, where did you get tweezers that big?
I like the aren't they? Oh, we didn't see them get shrunk this time. Like, do you remember like the little shrink ray last time?
No.
Yeah, they all got like shrunk.
Well, that don't make sense because they're big.
Oh, grown then.
Blown up.
I like the little noise when the cans fall over as well.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, like when you put in your cans in the recycling.
Brittany wants to target Terence. She said he's been stepping up, which is accurate.
Hold on, is that the end of the comp talk?
No.
Ah.
Turner is very shaky. I've written drugs, do you think?
Withdrawal. He would have withdrawn by now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but don't just the effect on the system make a bit shaky.
Oh right, yeah.
Some people are a bit shaky though, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, some people are, yeah.
I thought I used to be a bit shaky, but I think I've stabilised a little bit. What do you think? Oh, that finger's twitching.
Still drunk, that's fine. Kyle, I thought he'd won it twice, didn't you? And then he fucked it up. I was like, thank God.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I was like, thank God.
I don't know, I think I was too busy looking at what people look like. Taylor said, I would kill somebody if I were a doctor. Brittany really was a toy tester in the past, she revealed.
Yeah, she was. She's a hypnotherapist. That's the thing she's lying about.
Yeah, but I thought the toy tester must be a fake occupation, didn't you?
No, it was real, yeah.
It's nice that there's some truth in it. Yeah, Turner was the winner. Anything else?
Just went round and told everyone that they were fine. Oh, the only other thing I thought was when Michael and Terence were watching, they'd have to sort of try and watch like impartially.
They were making comments on who was about to win.
Because you wouldn't want to cheer too much for someone in your alliance, would you? Because it would reveal to the other person who's in your alliance. So I was thinking you have to be careful.
Did anyone let anything slip?
Don't think
Not
so.
really?
Not that I saw. Those wigs were a bit unnecessary.
Oh yeah, they came out and they're in like old rockers style outfits.
Getting over this rocking thing.
Carnival. Okay. I remember. So Dan was in the kitchen while this one was playing, and then Monty was like, "Oh my god, what are they wearing?" And Dan had to come in and have a look because he heard it. It's like just Terence.
Was it
and
really
Michael
worth
in those
it?
wigs.
Was it?
Monty wants to check that the leftovers and the pound are still a thing.
See, I know about the pound from the podcast, but I feel like this was the first time it was mentioned on the show, was it?
Are you nuts?
No. Pooch, was it?
Yeah, because they sent Pooch
forgotten.
from the pound, remember?
Where did they send him? To the knacker's yard.
Oh yeah, because you get sent to the pound.
Yeah, you get sent to the pound, then you get...
He got rehomed.
Delightful. Let's hope he doesn't get sent back to the pound anytime soon. Yeah, go on.
Also, that was Turner's second two-time HOH of the season. What does that mean?
No, Michael's won HOH and VO, and Turner's won that. Yeah,
two-time HOH.
Yeah.
Taylor was worried that they're now the leftovers of the leftovers. Michael said it should be a no-brainer. Terence and Alyssa have to go up. Who's the HOH again? Turner.
Turner.
It ain't though, is it?
No,
anymore?
but then Turner was saying to Kyle, I think it was, and stop me if I'm going too far ahead.
Yeah.
That should we actually stick with Terence and Alyssa because they can't win fuck all, and we might be better off sticking with the leftovers.
Who said that? Kyle.
No, Turner said it to Kyle, and then Kyle was like, "No, we must get all the black people out who are working together, even though they're not." No,
what about this white power alliance?
Yeah. What about the Hitler alliance? No, Kyle didn't say that, but he was thinking it.
But what you were saying
Yeah.
has come true here. You were saying that people from the after party would fly under the radar with the leftovers.
Yeah.
Do you think they've done it as much as you thought they were going to?
No, they've not done it very well, have they?
I think the leftovers were too aware that it's a bit broken, weren't they?
Because they said that others were acting differently towards them when they come back in, and they'd seen things in that garden that couldn't be unseen. Just like me in the park a couple of days ago.
Direfest will change you.
On the psychedelic slot.
So the current storyline, Turner is aligned with everyone. He's like, yeah.
Why did he go around and say, "Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good"?
Well,
just say nothing.
I felt like Big Brother was spinning this as a storyline, which wasn't really the way Turner was feeling. Turner was in the diary room saying, "Well, I'm now aligned with everyone."
That was a bit Nicky Graham what he did there.
I'm aligned with everyone. And he almost like, well, now I'm in the middle of the after party and the leftovers. But he's not, really, because he came out of the after party aligned with Kyle as the final two. So that's where his loyalty lies. But the story wants us to think he's 1 foot in the leftovers, 1 foot in the after party.
He must have been drunk after that after party to align with that boy. Do we still like Turner now he's sort of gone against the leftovers? And he hasn't got Jasmine as his nemesis anymore. Do we even need him now?
I think it depends how he
responds. Yeah,
how he reacts to this information.
Will he rise to the occasion, or because they flim-flammed it, didn't they? It was like, oh well, on the one hand, but on the other hand, should they have told me this 2 weeks too late?
Well,
which he had a point.
He set out his position on it though, hasn't he? That he was basically disappointed and he can't support that kind of thing.
No.
So,
imagine if he could support that. Yeah, I'm right behind that. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
So this is a funny scene when Taylor was cooking in the kitchen and Turner came up and said, "Do you want any help in the kitchen, my guy?" Did you catch that? My guy, my guy.
Oh no!
I thought you'd have picked right up on that.
No, I missed that one.
I don't like him sidling up to Taylor, acting like he's empathetic towards Joseph. Is this Turner?
Yeah. See, we have Turner.
Bit of a wrong un.
Yeah.
Acting like he's empathetic towards Joseph when he actually wanted him out.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't like him, and neither does that molten pasta sauce that flew out of the pan and hit him on the arm.
That's a bit like something off of Super Mario, wasn't it?
He's like, "Are you okay?" After Joseph left, I just wanted to check you're okay. You could tell Joseph was going through it at the end. It all sucked.
What was happening to him?
It's like he's got like PTSD or something. Like, what is it? Like the beach when like he goes through the jungle and he's like high on something.
Oh yeah,
you've seen
I've
beach,
seen
right?
the beach. Yeah,
and then afterwards it all goes to shit and everyone's just like tormented by the situation. I feel like Joseph is the Richard on the beach of Direfest.
Yeah, I'm just picturing him like sort of in a straitjacket, sort of rocking backwards
Judy having
and forwards.
To like bring him out.
Yeah, inject something into his arm to get him back to normal. It's like, fucking hell, Joseph, what happened? Oh, nothing. They were just talking shit.
But how I felt about this was that
I was angry.
It was unfair of Turner to sort of go that extra mile to say to Taylor, who is obviously upset about it, like, at the end it was like really hard to watch Joseph spiral like that. Like it really sucked that he was going through it. And then she's thinking, oh my god, what happened out here?
Okay, yeah. And it was horrible, actually, seeing Taylor back in that position of weakness again. Because, she's been built up for these weeks, and like she was getting too built up, if anything, borderline smug. And then seeing her crying again, I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't want her back in that position. I know it's not the same. Like, she's not getting bullied like that, but it was just horrible to see her back.
But she's vulnerable again.
Yeah.
No, I agree. What I did feel about watching this, I felt like actually I was seeing more real emotion than I ever usually see in US Big Brother.
Yeah. Because Taylor cares for Joseph. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I just think there's something more authentic about this entire series somehow compared to other ones I've watched.
Yeah.
Just the way they show it and...
Editing's better, maybe.
Maybe the editing's a bit better, and I just think like the people are a bit more genuine.
Yeah, they seem like more like real people.
Yeah. And then she was like, basically reaching out to Turner for reassurance about the leftovers, whether they're still a thing. And he was like, yeah, they're still a thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry, like I got you.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he's like literally considering who he's going to put up from the leftovers.
So why is he saying that?
So they feel secure, I guess. False sense of security.
Just start to say, "Oh, I'm not sure. I'll talk to you later."
Turner and Kyle's final two.
This was what I was.
This was a flashback
about.
from day 28.
This is when Turner was like, "Do we actually want to work with Terence and Alyssa because they're useless?"
From day 28. It's way beyond DIFS, way before DIFS.
Yeah, no, sorry. Never mind. Carry on, as you were. This is coming soon.
Coming up. Because we're on like day 50 odd now. Terence gloats in. Your boy is safe. I've written, get out, please.
Come on, DJ Showtime.
The HOH robe is back. And...
I noticed him.
Our cereal box friend.
Look at him gnashing his teeth.
I tweeted about him on the Blast account.
Oh, good. Was there anyone interested?
Kettle chips, I think. Yeah, I said, how can we vote this as a guy as America's favourite player? And a few people liked it.
Oh, I'll go back and do a sweep on your tweets. But you got to like my poem.
Blast account, that. The HOH robe is back. Turner is trying to cement his final two with Kyle. Turner thinks it's a good time to nominate Alyssa and Terence. Here you go. Kyle can have no part in sending her home. I've written he should take it. This is the whole I can nominate your girlfriend situation.
But
just ask, what's he called? The guy with the peg teeth?
Oh, Josh or Joel?
Just ask Joel. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
About that. You need someone to take out your showmans, don't you?
Yeah. That worked out well for him, didn't it? Yeah, but Kyle, you don't understand. Kyle is so, pardon my French, cunt struck by Alyssa that just pardon my London. He is.
Is he also a bit? I don't know. I wanted to stroke Towie's little nose bit. Look
Towie.
nice.
It's nice. It's got a little bend in it. Do you know what I mean?
Like a rugby player.
He didn't look too happy about that whole situation. To be fair. What are we talking about? No, Kyle is he's in too deep. The Big Brother brain.
Don't you think
terminal?
He's a bit naive as well, no?
It's just a tad, yeah.
Yeah, and he's how old again?
30. What an idiot that guy is.
Isn't Alyssa just like 23 or 24?
Yeah. What are you saying?
You'd think that he was the one that age.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, it's like a 17-year-old you see down the football field.
Yeah,
like I don't know, trying to make it American.
Yeah,
like on the bleachers down, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
with
the frat
funny
house.
shaped ball. Yeah.
Oh god.
Turner think. Yeah. Anyway, Alyssa, like, what? Alyssa's looking gummy in the bedroom. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sucking a gummy. I don't know. Kept cutting turns. She was like,
"Oh, gummy." I mean, I'm gummy, so I can't really.
No, she looked like she got no teeth in.
Oh,
she's got dentures, and she took them out.
Well, they say don't use your teeth, don't they?
Yeah, I do. Jesus. Kyle trying to put a target on Michael now. He's suggesting this is his response, basically.
Oh yeah.
No, not Alyssa. Look over here. Michael's the compies, which is a valid point.
And they want to use Monty to go after Michael.
Yeah, team up
Leave
with
Michael
Monty.
alone.
And they were both like, "Yeah, I feel better with Monty. I kind of trust Monty."
Yeah, you can't get.
So it's the Pound reunited.
You can't get Michael out. Not with those veto skills. You can't even dream about it.
I'm trying to think of a pun of in for a penny, in for a pound, but I can't really work one out.
Oh yeah. We'll think about that afterwards.
The leftovers suspect the Direfest. I've written sorry here, but it must mean story.
Sus, I've put.
Michael, Taylor and Monty are trying to work it out in the bathroom. Monty is going to use his Pound connections to get the truth from Turner.
Yeah, but then...
What? Did it go wrong?
Monty went and ratted out, basically. Monty went out to Turner and Kyle and basically went, "Oh, Michael and Taylor saying all this shit about you." It's like, Monty, you little snake.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he
Go
say?
on,
Let's see if I've got anything.
Because I've just written the very bare bones. So.
Monty on Turner.
On him? Ew.
He's definitely faking the funk. faking the funk, that boy.
Oh, no.
They want Turner to remember that they took Jasmine out for him.
Oh, good. Bothered. Should have got someone decent.
Well, you know
out.
how much he hates her.
Turner, we never got to say goodbye.
Sam, Jesus. We're never in the same house.
I'll never forget how to do my Sam impression.
You lost it on the second one, ironically.
As usual.
Monty and Turner in the HOH. Turner is revealing that Joseph told him about a splinter alliance between Michael, Brittany, and Taylor.
That's when they showed them talking in the pool, wasn't it? Showed Joseph spilling the beans in the little padding pool
bit really upset Taylor, didn't it? That he'd talked about this and sort of like threatened her.
The
her
thing
stand in the
is,
game. Well, Joseph is trying to fight his way out.
Yeah, they're spinning it like Joseph just like started like saying all
Singing
this
like
shit.
He sang like a canary.
But that's not what happened. Joseph was just sort of like telling them like, you know, part of it. Yeah, it was part of his campaign to stay, but it wasn't like he was directly throwing people under the bus. He was just like, trying to stay. But it wasn't like, oh, you know, fuck Taylor like that.
No.
It was more like.
Well, the sort of the punchline of it was like, but I refused. So I don't know. He was sort of like absolving himself of the blame.
Who Monty was?
Joseph.
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah, he said I said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, bollocks, did you?
I don't know, did he? So there's a trade of info going on here between Monty and Turner.
Yeah, Monty's ratting out Taylor and Michael.
Okay. Monty tells Turner that Brittany is suggesting that Kyle and Turner need to go first out of the leftovers.
Yeah, Monty's basically saying to Turner, Taylor, Michael and Brittany basically have their own sub-alliance, and Kyle and Turner will always go first out of the leftovers.
Who's saying that again?
Who's fucking talking who through this fucking episode?
Well, I'm reading, so I can't remember what's happening. I'm better when I'm off screen. Monty's telling Turner that Brittany's suggesting Kyle and Turner need to go first out of the leftovers. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Alyssa and Terence can be dealt with later.
Yeah. Or dragged to the end, as the case may be.
Is the pound back on?
It is for now, yeah. For now
first,
it is.
Kyle and Alyssa's European adventures: London, Paris,
or
London, France. Is it London, Paris? And is Prague a country or a city? I don't know where Prague is, but I really want to go there.
We would do. To be fair, I don't know where Prague is either.
Czech Republic.
Okay. That one I'll allow, but London and fucking Paris, they're two quite famous cities in the world, aren't they?
Well, you can get them confused. London, is it London, Paris? Not even is it London, France? I don't think they said London, Paris.
Look, all I'll say is London and Paris are quite close to each other.
You can get the train between them.
You can go there in 2 or 3 hours. You can be there, but they're not in the same land. And then Kyle's like trying to like mansplain to her about it. And then Kyle's explanation is England is the top island. It's like part of the UK or something.
Yeah, it is the top island in the world. The best of all the islands, England.
That's like the top island of what?
It's not even the top of the island.
No, Scotland
is.
Oh, bless him. And then he said, what did he say? Would you rather go to London or Greece? And she said, I think Greece.
Yeah, why?
Is it a country or a city? Jesus.
These people.
God.
That would be a good task. Geography test.
You think they would have learnt something from the old Skid and Fancy days, wouldn't you? About London. But obviously not.
Oh, yeah, what?
You know, where London was.
Well, someone won a trip to London. That's the long and short of it.
Alyssa tried to steal that trip.
To London, Paris. Have it. I'm sure they said it was to London, England in the task as well, because they always say London, England.
Yeah, in case you were getting confused with London
Ontario.
There probably is a London there, isn't there?
In Canada, yeah.
Yeah. They did actually do a geography test on Big Brother Canada that I watched from the old season, so they had to put out all the capital cities. It's probably an Expedia thing.
And Tim and Nikki had to learn all the states when they were in there.
Do you think this Alicia shtick about not knowing things is funny or just a bit shit?
Embarrassing.
She's got to have something going for it, she?
I want to see it because I need to know how dumb these people are that I'm dealing with.
Well,
but then you know what? Imagine if we were in there talking about like where Newfoundland is.
Not even that.
Remember that time when I mispronounced one of the states? You were like, "You dick."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't remember what it was. Arkansas.
Yeah, it was that. Well, I remember.
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have to go that far to be embarrassed. If we had a geography test with just cities in England on a map, we wouldn't have a fucking clue.
Speak for yourself.
Bollocks. We would know the main ones, but we wouldn't know. You know, where's fucking...
Some areas of London you've never heard of.
Yeah, where the fuck is... I can't even think
Roehampton.
Sunderland. I don't fucking know.
Sunderland.
Where the fuck's that? I don't know.
Midlands.
Sunderland sounds better,
Midlands,
doesn't
isn't it? Not far from you, probably.
I don't know. You as well. You come from the same area.
No, I don't. Not the Midlands.
You fucking do.
Bedford's not the Midlands.
Is it not the Midlands?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Southlands.
Bedford is like
East
5
Anglia.
minutes from Northampton.
It's in East Anglia.
Right. Trying to think you're better than me.
East Anglia abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice to see people getting confused because it gives you something to talk about.
And it makes you feel superior, doesn't it? Which is always a nice feeling.
Yeah. So then there was the leftovers flashback talking about the Alyssa problem I've written.
Oh. Yeah, I've got fuck also.
The pound is back on and Monty wants to target Michael.
No, leave Michael alone.
So the nom ceremony happened. I've just written Taylor and Brittany. No other notes.
Hold on.
And then I've written, what the fuck is going on? We didn't see these coming, did we?
Your notes have really gone to shit there, haven't they?
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to get a drink when you do that.
House is very fluid, I've said.
Oh.
Turner, Monty and Kyle, ew, I've written. Turner blaming Joseph for what? Oh, in his in the nomination speech, he said, I'm putting you two up because Joseph said...
Let's stop bringing this wine stand and slip in around here.
Oh, because we'll drink it before we need one. I think he said in his speech, like, oh, Joseph's told me to nominate you two or some shit like that.
Did he? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. I'm just making it up.
Joseph from beyond the grave.
Yeah. Taylor just was in the diary and going, this isn't making sense. And Michael was Michael sat there like, is it the usual face like this, like knowing that the backdoor plan is for him, because of course it would be.
Yeah, so there was, maybe it's in the next episode, there was some mention of like some people working together. Must be the next one, but Turner purposely like omitted Michael so that he didn't feel like it was on him, but you already knew.
When Michael was sitting in that Lilo chair in the have-not room. It's a nice chair, isn't it? I was trying to work out which floaty that Alyssa and Kyle did the deed on. Was it the butterfly one? Was it the pink oblong one?
I've got some footage about that. I think Rowan sent it to us, but I don't
want to know that in that great
detail.
I don't
think it identifies the exact floaty, but it does. I don't hate that they're called floaty.
Oh, it makes me think of a poo.
Floater, yeah. But they do talk about the blanket they were using.
Oh, what were they doing with that?
Which one they were under, like a pink blanket.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Turner going around saying, like, this had happened. And it was the first time that Taylor and Monty had realised it was a thing and was confirmed. And then they were talking about the condoms supply going down.
Oh, God. Yeah, they've done it a few times now, I've heard. Is the blanket going to be in the BB Museum? You can go and take a look, along with the sex store from Holly and Jackson. Ooh. What's that? Are we having a break or are we carrying on?
Oh, you done already? No, I've not finished my notes yet.
Oh, I haven't got any notes.
I've written, what the fuck is going on? I was surprised because we didn't know that Taylor and Brittany were in the frame for these noms, really.
No. Well, everyone was sort of in the frame, really, weren't
yeah,
they?
you're right. He said because Joseph said he had a final 3 with them. That was the reason. Both of them are crying. Brittany said, we can and we will find a way out of this. I'm wearing my You Can and You Will t-shirt. And Michael's worried about backdoor plan. Now I'm done.
Do you think Brittany was willfully quoting Big Brother Canada there?
Not sure. Because I don't know if that really is like,
a thing.
An original Arissa Cox or if it's something that's out there in the ether.
Oh yeah, I suppose it could
Sorry,
be, couldn't it?
I mean, if anyone galvanised it.
Yeah, oh God, she certainly made it popular.
Yeah.
But maybe it was a renaissance from back in the day.
Maybe.
To us.
Can you iconise something? Is that a thing? She iconised it.
Icify. I know, I'm thinking of Ica, the person.
That's Ica's streaming app.
Right. Should we carry on?
No.
Oh.
I thought we'd have a break.
Oh, we can have a break, but you just got up and got the wine, which confused me. That made me think
just because my glass was empty and I thought we had a way to go on the notes.
Oh, okay. Should we have a break then?
Yeah, I think we'll have a little break.
Because it's hard when you're just doing all the notes on your own, isn't it?
Yeah, I need a breather and I need a wee.
It's tiring, isn't it? Be right back.
Bye. Bye. Yeah.
the mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So, what's it gonna be? Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Hello. Oh. I didn't mean to say bye earlier.
God, you're right awkward, aren't you?
Sorry about that.
Just had a little snack.
Some crisps. Thanks, Connor. And a bit of chocolate.
Did you say thanks, Connor? It was Luke who bought us the crisps. But thanks, Connor, too, for the crisps you're about to send us. What's wrong with you? How drunk are
Luke,
you?
sorry. Luke and Connor are,
they're both
much of a muchness.
Stand-up guys, aren't they? They're not much of a muchness to me.
Trying to get some more offensive.
You're making it worse.
Axe has still got it to come.
Axe. Just you wait. You're going to get it, my son.
Right, day 52, and it was the nominations. Turner left Michael out of his speech, here you go, so that he didn't know that there was a backdoor plan going on. Brittany knows for a fact there wasn't any conversation between her and Joseph.
But there was, we saw it.
But wasn't there a flashback?
Yeah, we saw it, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but she knows for a fact.
Yeah,
Taylor is crying a lot. Monty says that this confirms what Turner said is true. Joseph, he had this final four with Brittany, Michael and Taylor.
Yeah.
Because she's so riled about it. Like, otherwise she'd just be like, it's not true.
That reasoning was just a load of bollocks. They're always saying this shit in Big Brother, like, oh no, because you reacted like this, it proves X. Because you reacted like this, it proves... No, it don't prove anything. You're just reading...
touched your earlobe.
Yeah, you're just reading... Alright, Judy James, you're just reading into it, whatever you want to read into it, so whatever.
Turner now calling Taylor the culprit again. I thought that doesn't sit right with me.
That is dodgy language.
Not sure about that.
What is she a culprit?
The culprit of what?
Yeah.
The final four plan, I guess.
Surprised it wasn't Kyle saying that about her.
Turner and Michael are in the have-not room. Turner is saying that he loves Michael and hasn't even thought of putting him up.
Oh yeah, this is where Michael was getting suspicious of him, wasn't he?
Yeah, oh no. And Turner is thinking about it. It's like, oh no, wouldn't dream of it.
Just before that, by the way, Kyle said in the diary room, Direfest saved my game. And I thought, well, you're not a very good game player then if it takes a twist to come in to save your game, aren't you? Oh. You should be ashamed.
Like me on eBay.
For that and many other things. Did you notice how much Red Bull Turner had in that HOH room? Fuck me.
Did you notice they were stacked like in the comp?
Yeah,
Was that intentional? Energy drink stacked.
Must be why. How much energy drink does Turner need?
Oh my god.
Has he got a drop of vodka to go with that?
One's enough for me.
Oh, be rattling. One with a vodka and get you started on a Saturday night, fine. But I don't need 12 cans.
Have I told you ever about the...
Have I told you lately?
The super-powered Thailand Red Bull comes in a small glass bottle.
Oh,
I think I probably have.
Yeah, probably, but tell
Long
me again.
ago, and I think you said you were quite interested in it.
I'm interested now.
I think that, it's got, so much caffeine that it was kind of... EU food law doesn't allow it to be sold, but you can buy it in some Asian supermarkets.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? Red Bull.
Shit.
Grating Dang. It's a Thai brand, Red Bull. It's actually from Thailand.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Grating Dang.
Shout out Tala.
So, what? Tala?
I did not know that. That was a catastrophe.
Anyway, they have Shark. Shark's Thai as well.
Shark's what?
Shark is Thai as well. Sounds like there's some liquid as well.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh, my crisps.
Shark. Shark energy drink.
Oh, no.
That's another Thai brand.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, they have these small glass bottles, and often people who are labourers drink them a lot. It's association with it's energy drinks for those kind of people.
Yeah, people have to work hard.
Yeah,
yeah.
And when I was a kid and I was in Thailand, I had no idea. I just thought Red Bull was a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because remember when I don't know about you, but me when I first started buying Red Bull, I was it's like buying a beer, but it's not.
Yeah.
It felt super cool.
Yeah, I got ID'd for a can of Red Bull.
Yeah, because there was...
the other day.
Don't you have to be 16 or something to buy it?
Well, I'm definitely gone 16, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I got this. I was like, this little Red Bull looks really cool. And I had 2 of them.
Oh, shit.
I had the absolute, heart palpitations
yeah, I'm
and the
not
shakes.
surprised.
When I told the guy that I drank 2 of them, he was like, God, you know how much? caffeine's in that. It's like there's some like famous story about someone like drinking 3 or 4 of them and dying.
I saw that on Thousand Ways to Die.
Really?
Yeah, when I was doing in an office and she was like working overtime and she drank like, I don't know, 10 cans of Red Bull and died. Yeah.
Wow.
True story, apparently.
Yeah.
Probably just an urban myth, but
probably a Kentucky Fried Milk.
If you've got a dodgy heart, though, you never know.
You
know, these things happen.
So yeah, I had too much Red Bull. I had a Red Bull overdose, and then I sort of never really went near it again.
No, I don't blame you. So, some people hate the taste as well, but I like the taste.
But I'll tell you what is good. You do get like whiskey buckets in Thailand. So you put like whiskey, the little Red Bull, and there's another element that goes in there.
Oh god, I dread to think.
Coke maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Or Pepsi.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's like full moon party feel.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
bloody delicious.
not
actually.
sure about that. I don't like
It's
whiskey.
the edge of that like really fucking intense Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, Jack would like that. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What's happening?
What is happening?
Is it Michael and Michael and Turner? Michael.
Yes.
Someone's talking on the floaties.
Turner's lying to Michael that he's never crossed his mind to nominate him. The after
Michael's
party.
like sat there like this. Don't you think he's just always sat there like that? You can't
like
see
a mum.
You can't see this. This is like sort of arms folded,
Coy.
nodding to the side, smiling. Yeah, it's all good, isn't it? It's got always got that same fucking look on his face.
Like a mum at a parents' evening.
Yeah.
The after party are luring in Monty to build trust. Kyle reveals that Alyssa knows everything and that he is the one that told Terence. This is where Monty had that
Monty
face.
was like, "What the fuck?"
Monty's face was hilarious.
Monty's face was
grimacing.
It was like Wallace and Gromit. I've never seen so many of Monty's bottom teeth showing. His whole row of bottom teeth was showing. So he's like, I thought that is not a good poker face, Monty. I've never seen anyone look so like pissed off at something someone's saying. That was brilliant. Though.
It summed up how everyone felt.
That was just a great. Why did Kyle? Hold on, let's unpick this. Why did Kyle fucking do this? What's he doing?
Because he's trying to get Monty to trust him more.
He's trying to get Monty to have Alyssa in the alliance.
Wait,
Monty ain't never gonna have that.
it's because they're trying to bring Monty in to get out Michael.
Yeah,
it's part of that. But then why does it matter that
Alyssa?
Is it because now Alyssa knows?
Yeah,
the leftovers is blown.
Kyle was worried about either Alyssa or Terence telling Monty about that it wasn't Joseph, but it was Kyle who ratted out. ... Yes.
But Kyle's saying that he told Alyssa in this conversation.
Yeah, because Kyle is trying to get out in front of it in case Terence says something.
I mean, the chance of Terence saying anything about 1,000,000 to 1.
Monty was just like... Because Monty was kind of like all in with that side then for a minute, wasn't he? And then Monty was suddenly like, oh, fuck no. I'm going to go back to the other side who's got a brain in their head. Wasn't he?
So it did the opposite, basically.
Yeah.
Now Monty knows... Go on.
Yeah, Monty went back down to Taylor and was like, fuck this.
Yeah, now Monty knows, that Joseph is in the clear and how he can't trust the pound anymore.
And Taylor was like, oh, fucking hell, I knew Joseph wouldn't have been going nuts in the corner like a madman. I was happy for Joseph because I felt like Joseph's reputation was getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And he hadn't even done anything, poor soul.
No. Monty said it's too easy for them to point the finger at someone that isn't here. As I've written, he's doing the body move and piecing everything together. No, but if this happened like that, and that happened like that, and Joseph was supposed to go nuts.
Yeah.
Nah.
To be fair, it didn't take much piecing together because Kyle literally told him.
But Kyle didn't say, I told Terence about the leftovers.
Yeah.
I guess that's the key bit of information.
Yeah, but yeah.
And I guess him telling Alyssa wasn't sort of like too far in the realms of just belief.
No. I don't think Monty's a bit of a flip-flopper though. Like he hears one thing, he's like, okay, I'm going to do this. Then he hears another thing, like, okay.
Slightly.
He's a bit like, you can't trust him that much. He's a bit, goes with the wind. It's like, remember when he used to hate Taylor? Now he likes Taylor. It's just like, you don't know where you stand with that man.
You've never gotten over that, have you?
I haven't gotten over it, but do you know what? I did say last week, Monty's just sat there doing nothing. At least this week he had that face. I'll give him that. If he did nothing, that face was good. And also he looked hot in that balancing the cans competition. Wow. So he's two plus points.
Not just a grimacing face. Monty was warning Taylor that they need to look out for themselves. So that was good, because maybe Taylor and Monty are pushed a bit closer together.
Yeah, that's good that he came back to. They do have a sort of nowadays anyway, not forgetting what happened, they do have a sort of mutual respect, I think, don't
the
they?
post-colorism conversation bond.
Yeah, oh God, just you wait, guys.
Michael is taking Kyle aside because he's suspicious of him. I've written, Michael and Brittany are like office friends, a friendship of convenience. They'll never talk again when the show's over. Don't you think?
I don't know about that.
Don't you think? Like, what are they really bonding over? It's just like, oh, we're both here, and, you know, be nice to you.
Tolerate each other.
Yeah, I'll make you a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like, you know, chat to you over lunch.
I don't know.
You don't want to go to the pub together.
I think it might be slightly deeper, but yeah, I can get your point. I'll go along with that, to be fair.
Michael's on the exercise bike, reflecting on the fact that he and Brittany have been covering Kyle's racism.
Now, hold on, before we get to the racism, I was surprised to see Michael on the exercise bike because I thought he just seems like a naturally skinny type of person.
Yeah.
Oh,
To me, BB house, maybe you want to, get your rotations in.
To me, if I was that skinny, I wouldn't go on the exercise bike. I'd be like, I'm skinny enough.
Well, you used to be. That's where you went wrong.
I wish. I was just surprised to see him on there. I thought he's just a beanpole, but he
is a bit of a beanpole, but don't mean like you don't want a bit of activity.
That's true, and it's boring in the house, isn't it? I don't know why I was so surprised.
Plus, you might never know, there might be a physical comp around the corner.
Oh yeah, and he's the veto king. He's got to keep in tip-top shape.
Yeah, training for those vetoes.
Yeah. Strike that. Strike. What the hell was that?
I don't know, one of those films,
Rocky or something. Yeah. Come on, let's do the racism.
So
no, don't do it.
It all stems from it looks very similar to the cookout theory that Kyle has. Michael didn't know.
Hold on, who's Michael having this conversation with?
Brittany on the exercise bike. They're both basically Michael and Brittany, as we know, have felt uneasy about this for a little while.
Michael said, "I never wanted to use this as leverage, but
in the game," he said, "Yeah, he did say that." Michael didn't know how. Yeah, Michael didn't want to use this as leverage in the game. And I've written, but what about your morals? Like, they've been questioning this already about it's iffy what's going on. Brittany even said, like, this isn't the game that we came here to play. Out of like your strong feelings about it, you might have raised it earlier, don't you think?
Mate,
is that where you did you think of that?
I thought of Taylor and Daniel fucking shouting at Taylor, and who was stood right there?
Was it Michael?
Fucking Michael and Brittany stood there. Then later on, oh no, that was so awful. What happened? Oh no, let's start the leftovers. Let's get rid of Daniel. Neither of them said shit. Once again, it's the same thing. Neither of them said shit. Now, one of us might go, we better fucking do something. They've only ever made the moral stance
because it
for a game move, which I respect the game move, but don't go and pretend you like actually really care about this shit. Otherwise, you would have said something sooner.
Well, or is it just a coincidence that now they need to say something because they've sat on it for 2 weeks?
No, it's a game move, but I have mixed feelings about it because I do. It's a great game move, but Michael and Brittany are fence sitters essentially until they have to do something, and now they have to do something. They don't actually care about what Kyle said, or maybe they.
They definitely feel uncomfortable about it.
You feel.
They feel uncomfortable about it, but they don't feel strongly enough about it to say something.
No,
and that's that's complacency.
Until it benefits them. Yeah, if you don't
white silence.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Exactly. If you don't stand up and say something, it's like, when you're a minority, and if you're black and someone's being homophobic, what do you think that person's going to say when you leave the room? Come on, you got to support the other minorities, don't you?
Sorry, can you just go back and break that down for me? Because I got completely, a mist went over and I couldn't follow.
It's like if you're a black person and someone comes in being homophobic, someone in your office is being homophobic, and you think, oh, well, they're just being homophobic, they're not being racist. Do you think that person...
Oh, wait, they're a straight black person.
Yeah, that confused you there, because you don't know any straight people. Did you not...
I do. I know more straight people than I do gay people.
I'm joking.
What's it called when it's, I forget the term, it's fucking hell, and I know these terms, when it's like, you can be gay and black.
Oh, intersectionality.
Intersectionality, yes.
Yeah, you can be gay and black. Well spotted.
thinking about the intersectionality in the situation.
That's what I'm saying. You got to speak up, even if you think, oh, well, that ain't my thing. It's like how you should speak up against these anti-abortion people and shit like that. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's like, it's not your struggle, but we need to band together struggle. Against the white male,
I do talk about that to my friend in America.
Do you?
Yeah.
What you've been saying?
No, obviously it's anti-abortion.
You're anti-abortion. Hold on.
Yeah.
What's that mean? You're pro-abortion.
We're pro-choice.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like Trump.
That was confusing.
Positive and the negative for
God,
COVID.
I feel like you're trying to cover something up there. But anyway, the point is, if you stand by and say nothing, aren't you just as guilty as that person who stood there and said something?
As Body Moving said, are you complicit?
Yeah, you're part of the problem. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. See, this is why I have mixed feelings on it, because in a way I'm like, yeah, Michael, go for it. And then I'm like, Michael, did you actually say shit to Kyle at the time? Did he?
The thing is, no, and no, we do know.
We do know.
Because we've seen the flashback.
They did show it, didn't they?
Of Brittany and Michael in like the hammock area or whatever.
We saw them grumbling about it
Kevin
after.
going...
Kevin? Who the fuck's Kevin?
Kyle saying, well, I've got it coming up, but it's like, these people have got a common bond and it's race. Mm-hmm. And then Brittany's nodding along.
Yes, we did see that, yeah.
And though I don't think Brittany thinks this is a sound argument or, a just thing to even say. She's
literally just agreeing
she's just
for the sake of it.
Smoothing it over, isn't she?
Which we're all guilty of. Let's be honest, we have all done that at some point or another. I certainly have.
I did it to my nan on the phone yesterday.
We've all
because my nan was going, so she's basically had to move house lately and she's got a bathtub that she can't get into and she's waiting for it to be converted to a shower and she keeps making the point that, she's been waiting for about 2 years plus, so she's waiting for a long time. And she always says, if I came down the river in a rubber boat, they would have got me a shower by now. And I'm just like... And in the past, I've said I don't think that's the case. Yeah. I don't think that's a fair thing to say. But it's got to the point now. I'm just tired of hearing it every time because she's got this spiel that she goes on.
It's old people.
So I just go a bit quiet now.
Yeah. There's no point. There's literally no point. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. We're doing the same thing just because you can't be bothered to bloody argue that point. But to be fair, what is the point of arguing that point with someone over 70 or something. Yeah. But, no offence to anyone over 70 listening. But, and also in the game, they've got even more of an incentive to sort of nod and smile and play along. So
because it's a game thing.
It's a game. So I do have mixed feelings about it. I do think, you're weak, you're a fence sitter, blah, blah, blah. But also,
leaving morals at the door for the game.
Yeah, and also, now you're using it as a game move. Yeah, I appreciate that. So.
No, but... Michael doesn't want to use it as a game move.
Yeah, right.
No. He's never wanted to. And then Brittany was like, especially when there's no truth in it. I feel like they are.
Michael said something like, how do we get ourselves out of this situation?
I think they're ruminating. I don't know if he said that.
He did. He said something like that, but I didn't write it down.
I think they're ruminating on it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a bit like Direfest. Like, it created the conditions for the split to happen and Joseph to get the boot. This week, the way it's fallen, have created the conditions for them to finally bring their ruminating into real action. Yeah. And of course, the game spurred it on, and maybe they should have spoken up sooner.
But also, the buck stops with Kyle.
But it's like a dual thing.
The buck stops with Kyle. Kyle was the one who said it. You said it. You're no, he didn't say that.
I wouldn't never say that.
He knows he said it on the podcast.
He doesn't. He thinks he didn't say it.
Listen to me. On the podcast on the podcast I was listening to earlier, he said he did a camera talk and said, "I'm sorry if I've said anything inappropriate in the house. Please don't cancel me." So he did know he'd said it.
Well, that could have been about something else, though.
Well, even so, what the fuck's he saying that's inappropriate?
But he's been going anyway.
God.
For him to sort of. I think the way that he's said he hasn't said it, and the way that he's in the conversation that he had with Alyssa, where he was like, I feel like no one wants to talk to me. This could ruin my life.
And his reputation.
What's scary is he believes he hasn't done anything wrong.
Unconscious bias.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's a classic case of unconscious. First, he got Big Brother brain, then he got unconscious bias.
It's even more than that, because you vocalised it in that way.
It's a bit more. It's unconscious bias plus something else, plus probably his upbringing and that sort of shit. Well,
that's all part of it, isn't it?
That's his ignorance and naivete. how do you say that? Naivety.
Naivety, but they say it like that.
Naivete. I think
Naivety.
it's something like that.
Anyway, Michael's and Brittany. Michael and Brittany have now got this plan to expose Kyle's problematic theories around the divisions in the house to Turner, and then basically put it in his hands and see what he wants to do with it. That's a bit of a problem because they're like, we've got this information which we think is bad, but we're not willing to do anything with it. So Turner has to do.
Not even that, but then they took it to Monty and Taylor instead, and sort of said, "Oh, you do something with it." It was like passing the what's the thing?
Buck.
The buck, but also the hot potato. It's like, you have this, it's your thing to do it. It's like, oh, fucking hell, I don't want to be dragged into this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why don't you fucking take the ball by the horns and go talk to be fair, Michael did later, didn't he? Anyway, so Michael said he was happy to go home because of this. If that was the game move that sunk him, then he was happy to go home. Like,
if Turner doesn't want to deal with racism.
Oh, what a hero. Don't you think he was a bit like, he's trying to be...
Fall on my sword
He is trying to be like a white saviour kind of thing almost, isn't he?
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I have so many mixed feelings about this. I just don't know how to feel about it. I do like it though, it's good TV.
Oh, it was very good TV. It was good to see these things being faced head on in US Big Brother and not just swept under the carpet.
That's true, yeah.
Anyway, we interrupt that for the veto. Like in amongst all of this stuff, they had the whole competition to go.
And it was like, oh my god, will Michael be picked? Will Michael be picked? As soon as he got picked, and I know you're coming to your spoiler section, as soon as he got picked, it was just so fucking obvious he was going to win the veto as soon as he got picked. Especially to you, apparently.
Well, I forgot that I knew this already.
Yeah.
So...
Were you trying to conveniently pretend you didn't know?
Oh, I suspended all belief in the spoiler that I'd heard, categorically. So, this is where we talk about Axe putting this link in front of us for... like a Taran podcast of all the things
for
me to get spoiled by.
Oh no!
And he said like, watch this after you've watched the nominations.
Oh right, yeah.
From this time in the video,
right? So it's specific. So you thought it did us a solid.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this person knows that we don't like the spoilers, but this is a good bit to hear for context. Thinking, I'm going to get context for whatever happened in that episode. Yeah. First thing Taran says is like, "Oh, these are spoilers." So I'm like, but I'm like, fine, because you know, I've been advised and I've seen what I need to see. So Michael gets picked for the veto, and Michael wins. That's exactly what he said like that.
Oh no!
I was like, "Fuck!" So I closed that shit right down.
Fuck!
Like,
rewind time. 5 seconds.
Yeah, I wish. And I was like, right, well, that's a competition ruined for me.
Yeah, that's
and an episode. And immediately. Well, actually, I was already in conversation with him on Instagram DMs because I was just commenting on the people who are annoying on the Taran podcast.
Oh, yeah, innit? Mate, welcome to my
world. A man guy gets on my
nerves. Yeah, he's annoying. There's way worse than that, though.
Is there?
Yeah, oh, God. Jesus, you don't even know.
I don't want to really, like, slag everyone off.
Oh, me either. It's a good podcast, but there's a lot of, like, do-gooders on there, do you know what I mean?
Okay. That girl.
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. The worst one is Jacob Jones. He's so fucking annoying. No offence if you're listening.
Anyway, I find the whole setup of that quite annoying. So I'm like, why am I sitting here watching this? And I almost, like, Dan was tired, but he'd gone to brush his teeth because he was falling asleep. I almost, like, thought this was so good that Dan should watch it too, so it potentially could have ruined his enjoyment of the show as well. You know, mine fine, but don't fucking ruin my boyfriend's enjoyment of a show that he's just watching because I need to watch it.
And also, don't ruin mine when I'm having like one of the worst weeks ever, because that would have really upset my apple cart.
I'm saying, like, oh, this guy's annoying, and it's like this.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, Axe, that's a fucking veto spoiler.
And then what did he
Instagram,
say?
Went onto Twitter to warn you not to watch it, because I thought you need to know this. And I said, you're lucky Lindsay didn't say that.
Oh, you'll be dead,
she'd be fucking fuming. And then I realised, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I'm fucking fuming.
Yeah.
And I got more angry the more I watched of the episode, because the episode was so good.
It was tense.
And the content was so good.
Yeah.
That was going to derail all of it.
Yeah. It didn't derail it, just ruined it a little bit.
No, but it could have done. If I'd continued to listen, and I knew what had happened, and I knew that Michael had been talking about this information, had taken it to Turner.
Yeah.
Why would that? Yeah. Why would I want to know that ahead of the episode?
Yeah. What was Axe thinking? What was his rationale?
Fuck knows. If you ever listen to the podcast, we fucking hate spoilers. Are you okay? Like,
Axe, you're on a warning. Don't fucking spoil us again. Seriously, otherwise you will be getting the BB axe.
But then he was like, I see spoilers all the time, and I just thought, like,
good for you, but not for us.
Good for you.
Good for you.
For the gossip,
yeah,
it was worth it. And I was like,
we'll have the gossip after we watch the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want the gossip. Don't get me wrong, Axe. We do want the gossip, but we want it at the appropriate point.
Yeah, and that ain't it.
That was not it.
Not ahead of an episode, which was so good to watch.
Yeah.
And I...
Sorry to everyone listening who thinks we're being annoying.
What was I saying?
We're just slagging off other people for being annoying. We're the annoying ones, but, it is annoying. It really affects my enjoyment of the show if I've seen a spoiler. And Gaz can't even think straight now.
I've forgotten what I was saying.
Look at him, he's gone. About Michael winning the veto.
No, I'm still going on about the
spoiler. Talking to Axe.
Oh, I know what it was. I said to you earlier, so obviously the show is a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Imagine the potential for what we could have been spoiled. That could have... The repercussions of watching that video then... No, seriously. Could have ruined... This is big. Could have ruined the veto and the eviction episode. Because for all we know, Kyle could be gone already.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's gone. But, like, he could have been evicted. Someone else could have walked, like you said. It could have ruined everything. Because that cliffhanger left me in suspense. And today, I messaged you and I said you're excited. I'm excited for the eviction.
Yeah.
And what else did I say?
I don't know.
I like being in the dark.
Yeah, of course. That's why I don't get all these people who... I get the live feed is good, but it ruins your enjoyment of the show. Like, those tense moments, like, you just don't get them. And you can still get that live feed shit, just get it later. But I tell you who the real problem is, where this problem starts. They film the veto so freaking early in the week. They do the nominations, like, something like Saturday, and they do the veto episode... the veto competition on something like Sunday, and then the veto actual episode isn't until Wednesday, so there's like 3 days.
Does that even work in real time?
Why do they do it so close together? And then the whole rest of the week it's just like the campaign. But why are there 3 days worth of spoilers out there? It's too much. They need to space it out a bit more. So it's actually production who are the main culprits.
How can we possibly see everything if that's the case?
What do you mean? Yeah, they have to edit. How does that work
in real time?
Exactly, they have to edit the final show, which is the eviction episode.
To catch it
up. Oh, because it's live, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that you don't get much of the, in between. Because there isn't. So you've got basically 3 days worth of content, but you only see like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah.
So they're kind of doing themselves out of good content as well.
I think so.
It's stupid.
The other thing is, I was today thinking, maybe someone kind of like uploads live feeds, like... delayed.
They used to.
I would be happy to watch that.
They used to do it on YouTube sometimes, like 6 hours of live feed here and there.
I started to search for it and I thought, this is too risky, can't be doing this.
Well, they used to do that Big Brother After Dark, which was like 3 hours a night.
Yeah, you used to send me in the Dropbox.
I used to watch that like a few days later, and I did enjoy it, just to have it on in the background, but I don't think they do it anymore. I know, it's annoying because we are missing out on a lot of the experience of watching the show.
Yeah.
And we are missing out on, like, some good tweets and shit. But to me, I would prefer to have the suspense of watching a decent TV programme. Yeah. Which, let's face it, that's what it is, a fucking TV programme. I think people forget that. It's just a fucking TV programme you watch 3 times a week. And, yeah, the podcasts are great. Or for all slagging off Taron, no offence to the boring sword. But... that has been a great comfort to me, listening to those podcasts, because it just takes my mind off things at the moment. Like, even those boring square people on it, it's just something to listen to, do you know what I mean? And it is interesting finding out the stuff, although they never tell you anything that's the real juicy stuff. But, so it's a TV show and it's a podcast, but that's all it is. It's nothing more than that. Let's not get overexcited.
I was just, like, so kind of upset that it was almost that podcast being put... having that podcast put in front of me that kind of would have ruined the show for me, which was just not worth it ever. Would have ever been worth it. Like I've got my other podcast that I listen to. It's Julie Girl. That's the only one apart from our podcast. If I listen back to see how we did, and I won't listen to that until I know a good couple of weeks clear.
I've got 2 Julie Girls in the bank to listen to. Yeah. Have you got the message now, people? No, I hear you. Believe me, I feel the exact same way.
So, where are we?
This is what would be good about BBUK. We'll be those people. We'll be those people at the vanguard, at the forefront. If there is live feed,
yeah,
we'll be watching all that shit.
Yeah.
But who knows?
And I'm fine on our version
Oh,
because
yeah.
we see...
It's a different type of show.
Yeah, it's a different type of show because, like, you get it every day. It's like every
and there's
night.
no spoiler. The only spoiler is who goes home. There's no competitions or anything like that.
No, not really.
I guess there's a big drama. If there's a big drama, you'll hear about that. People will be texting you, ooh, nice to Nick, just did this. Ooh. Fucking hell. How old am I?
People
Anyway, we still love your acts. Just watch your stuff.
Yeah, just on our shit list at the moment.
Yeah, you're on the shit list. You can come off it in a month's time.
So yeah, you were right. Michael was the last one to get picked.
Yeah.
And Brittany managed to pull his chip out of the bag. I thought it was going to be house guest choice, didn't you?
As soon as he got picked, it's like he's winning the veto.
We had to pause during the player pick because Dan had a burning question about what happens if they've already picked. If someone gets house guest choice and they pick, say, Michael.
Oh yeah.
Does someone come in and take his chip out? I was like, they probably just reshoot it if they pick Michael again.
That's a very good question. Yeah, just edit it out, I reckon. But yeah,
they don't send in the ninjas.
You couldn't take his chip out because then they'd be
You'd
looking
see all
at
the
the other
others.
chips. Yeah, no, that ain't right.
Things that would never occur to me that Dan just
No,
needs to have answered sometimes.
I know on BB24, Jason Roy emptied out all the chips to
check they're
there
real.
was one of every person. Yeah. Which I quite liked.
That's a good point because you never get to really see.
No, because some people always get picked for veto, don't they? It's like, have they got 12 chips in there?
Veto was the slip and slide competition.
You've missed out the product placement.
Rose movie product placement.
God, that film looked fucking diabolical.
You can win a screening with 3 other house guests to watch that terrible film.
Oh, sorry, I've got a bad leg.
Imagine Jasmine on a slip and slide. God, she'd have been in a wheelchair after that.
My bum's colder than a
frozen chicken wing.
Hold on, let's discuss this film a bit more. Do you want?
I've got questions. Do you know who the actors are?
No.
Are they LGBTQ plus?
They must be, right?
Are they gay actors? I hope so.
They must be. I hope so. They can't even do that anymore, can they? Have the old.
Who knows what's going on in Hollywood?
Oh, that film. Oh, there's not been much product placement on BBS this year, has there?
We skipped it. That's why that letters thing.
Oh, the letters. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. This film looks so shit.
Speaking of which, remember that letters thing? I was like, looks like the Osbournes' house.
Oh, yeah,
you heard?
Yeah, no. Oh, they're moving back to England?
No, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
And they're also bringing back the TV show.
Oh, really?
But the weirdest thing is, it's on BBC One.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
What the hell? BBC are bringing back Gladiators and the Osbournes. Like, what is going
That's a bit
on?
of a strange combination.
I think Channel 5 are bringing back Survivor and ITV2 is bringing back Big Brother. It's like all the old stuff has just come back, but someone's shaking it up and it's gone to all the wrong channels.
Oh, ran out of ideas. So, yeah, this film just looked absolutely awful. But did you like...
Michael had a little bit of a girly boy
on.
speech, didn't he?
Go on.
What else?
He said, oh, you know, as a kid, blah, 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 it would have been great to see this representation on TV. I'm like, maybe you ain't that old. I mean,
How
there
old is
was gay
Michael?
representation on TV when you were a kid.
Maybe not in America.
I said he should
come on, my first gay representation that I was aware of was probably Big Brother and Brian Dowling.
Yeah. Well, that was fucking...
2001.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. You ain't that young.
I don't feel that long ago.
I said, yeah, you should have shouted out Gary Glitter here. And they were racing.
Not that one.
Not that one. No. They were racing up and down on the Pride slide. That's nice. I thought they seemed quite progressive for CBS.
What's the Pride slide?
That was the theme of the comp. Because it was, the gay film.
I didn't even notice that.
The Pride slide.
Oh, was it rainbow coloured?
Yeah. You didn't even notice?
No.
God, so much for the representation, eh? Look, I've got my rainbow t-shirt on, but I got the black and brown in.
Not only that, I'm sure there's a few colours not on there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Pink and blue.
Oh yeah, fuck those people.
That's the trans people.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I didn't know it's the trans people. There is blue on here. Look, there is blue on here. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Shut up! Stop trying to make me get cancelled this week.
God.
You got cancelled last week.
Anyway, this.
Yes. Moving on.
I don't know if it was in the film, but this comp was being homophobic by making Rose the feature of the.
Were they calling it Brose, or did I imagine
No,
that?
you made that up, but you said that earlier.
That's what I thought it said.
Well, they're drinking rose in that film.
I missed the trick.
They're like, oh, the gays like rose.
Oh, I had some rose at my mum's. When I first started...
Didn't we have rose the other day here?
We had it... Oh, no, I hate rose. But when
I'm sure we had a bottle that you'd been given or something.
Oh, mate. Oh, yeah, from my work, when I left work, I think.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it?
It was alright, actually. With the rosé, like the first glass, I'm like, ugh, but then I get used to it.
Oh, like me and the Quavers.
Yeah, it's quite nice. If you do want to send BB on Blast some wine, just the regular Prosecco will do, not the black and white label. Anything above £7 we'll accept.
£7.50.
It's £7.50, please. This film looks diabolical. What happened?
So basically, you have to fill up a receptacle to get a ball out, but you can go for the shorter one, and then if you get that ball out, you get your big wine tumbler.
That wasn't a wine tumbler. That was like a beaker.
No one's drinking wine out of that, are they?
No, not unless you go around someone's house and they've got the wine glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
Or maybe on a picnic.
Oh no, I can't go on a picnic because of the flies. Hates flies.
But why has Big Brother dressed them all in weird shirts?
It must be the pride thing. I don't know.
Small versus large receptacle. So you had to make a decision.
Yeah, Michael was
measuring the tall one against his glass.
As soon as he did that, I was like, Michael's won, because it's just obvious he knows.
God, he's like a robot.
Yeah, it's just
Scans
it. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
He thinks that's better.
I trust it. As soon as he did that, I was like, trust him.
Did you know
Turner was doing the little one, wasn't he?
He was. Did you notice there was new music over this veto? Never heard that veto music before. Maybe it's the Bros
the
theme
Bros
tune.
music. Do you think Michael has an advantage on the Pride slide, being a gay man? A proud gay man?
Almost certainly. I think we should probably not let him compete because it's unfair.
Biased.
We need to protect...
protect the straight males,
vetoes,
please. That's what Kyle says.
Let's see what Caitlyn Jenner's got to say about it as well.
Do you like seeing people falling over?
Yeah, I felt like
boink.
Not many. Was it Alyssa mostly falling over?
Yeah, there was a few good ones.
Was there?
I don't think it's a bit dangerous, this comp.
I do wonder.
Your butt, if you fall really hard in your butt.
Coccyx.
Oh, ouch.
Shattered coccyx.
Oh god.
No
one likes never mind.
Michael could even run up the slide.
He's so tall as well. What is he, 6'4" or something?
Is he?
He's tall. I know him and Monty are the same height.
He was running and he was sliding back down. He was proper like.
And he was catching it well and putting it in well.
Do you think he set up a sheet of plastic in the back garden?
Probably,
put the washing up liquid
got
down.
Hayden to pass him the wine glasses.
He's definitely had practice.
And the cats.
Do you remember what Brittany said about her in the competition?
No.
I'm not Quitney.
Oh, yeah, I did notice that.
Quitney, not Quittany.
Oh, no.
Turner unlocked the large wine tumbler. That's when I thought Michael was in trouble.
I was like, nah, because, you know...
I thought, who'd been spoiled, thought that Turner might have a chance of winning.
He's silly. And now, you know how you're wrong, because they never show the fucking things next to each other.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So if they're showing
because they're miles apart.
Yeah, you would have seen Michael has but they could do a split screen. And you would have seen Michael's got like twice as much as everyone else, but they just sort of show it artily, so you're like in suspense still, even if you've already been spoiled.
It worked at the last moment.
Sit up.
I'm getting a bit uncomfortable.
God, I'm uncomfortable as well.
My legs are aching.
You can, if you want, you can put that little poof. Put your feet on it.
Disrespectful. Enough about JC.
No comment.
Michael wins the veto easily.
Yay!
Look who won the rainbow power of veto. And for some reason I've written Judy would never allow it. Michael's girly boy speech is a bit damp, I've written.
Oh. I liked it, but I was just happy to see Michael winning another veto. Michael is a fucking great housemate, to be fair. He's a great... I
don't know if he's a great housemate. He's a great player.
All right then. He's a comp beast. He's clever.
You wouldn't want him on BBUK, would you?
Sneaky. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Not good entertainment.
Well, I don't know. I think he has his moments.
I haven't yet to see them.
Well, maybe we'll see it tonight.
Turner said he might put up Monty now because that's basically ruined his plan to put up Michael. So then Turner and Alyssa and Taylor got to watch the film in the bed.
Turner didn't look like he was enjoying it.
I should think not.
All the sweets and shit you get look good.
There were loads of snacks in there, weren't there?
That's alright. So would you laugh at a film if you'd not seen any other films for 2 months? You probably would, wouldn't you? Yeah.
I mean, if you remember back in Big Brother 1, they were... What did they get? Danny... Who's that comedian? Danny DeVito. Not Danny DeVito. Some old
Danny LaRue.
Danny someone. Some old crappy British comedian.
What?
And they were like...
howling.
Taking it. Yeah.
Taking it.
Taking it. Michael wants to ask Taylor and Monty about how they feel about this issue before taking it to the house. This was sort of a respect thing.
Yeah.
It's like, this concerns you, although arguably concerns everyone.
Yeah.
But because it's more sensitive to them, he
Yeah.
wanted to get a gauge on how they felt first.
I thought that he was asking them to go and tell Turner.
No,
That's what I thought.
he wasn't.
What do you think of Taylor's look during this
She
conversation?
looked like a synchronised swimmer. I think it's hilarious. I thought it could be a potential picture.
Synchronised swimmer meets Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's after a dip in the pool. Another potential picture is Taylor as a synchronised swimmer.
Yeah.
Flashback. So there's a flashback to day 39. Kyle's outlining his fears 14 days earlier than this actual conversation happening. After the cookout unity under one common cause, which was race.
I hate the way they always say this. They say this on Taryn's fucking podcast.
What, a common cause?
Doing it for the cause. Like, you can say it's for race. You can say they're black people. It's like it's...
code. It's
do
code
you know
because
what I
they're
mean?
scared
It's
to
like,
say
just
black.
fucking say it. It drives me mad.
It has to play into my thought process moving forward in the game. It simply has to.
Yeah.
White fragility.
Probably never seen a black person before down in the old, Mormon land.
What is the Mormon land?
Fuck knows. The deep south.
There's loads of black people in the deep south.
Oh, yeah.
But then he's not a deep southerner, is he?
I
Because
know.
that
Where
accent
the
isn't
fuck
that.
does he come from then?
And now we're doing the
Oh,
dodo
no.
section. I don't know.
It's not obviously not fucking, Manhattan or something, is it? Let's be real.
I don't know. I don't think he's from the backwaters, to be honest.
I do. His views are backwater.
Brittany said, we didn't know how to handle this information. It goes beyond the game. It goes beyond personal. It goes beyond personal game information. It brings the outs... I like this. She said it brings the outside world in a way that's really ugly. And we didn't know how to handle it. To which Monty said, oh, this is America. I mean, this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
This is America.
It was interesting. The thing about Brittany saying the outside world in, well, the outside world's already in because there's a mixture of people in there, and those views are in.
Oh, but we didn't think it was going to happen in the microcosm of Big Brother House.
It's there, isn't it? The outside world is in all of you, so that's. It was a nice way of putting it, though. And Monty's reaction, just like, oh, this again. It was just like that, wasn't it?
Well,
it was just like, oh, I feel so sad to see like black people in this situation again, and for them to just be like. The white people are like, oh my god, the outside world in, and like the shock, do you know what I mean? And the black people are just like, oh,
this shit again.
That again. It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's embarrassing.
I also think that for them to be faced with the fact that this exists under their noses must be really destabilising and quite like upsetting and
when you weren't
scary.
Expecting it, yeah.
Because if you think you're safe amongst the group and then someone is revealed to have racist thoughts and that can impact you directly, and there's nothing you can do about it, that must be a horrible feeling.
It sucks. You can't even imagine that feeling. Monty said an expression which I haven't heard for a long, long time. Did you hear what he said?
No.
I don't really want to say it because it's like an offensive expression
is
over
it?
here. Here, I'll show you it. You see if he said that. He said, "Oh, they're going after the." Can you see it?
Last thing I
that bit.
Sadly, the world we live in.
Yeah, just under there.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, that's what he said. Can you say that or not?
Not here anymore. No.
No.
People of colour.
Yeah, a different way of saying people of colour. Basically, it's like, oh my god, that's like a really offensive thing to say over here. But obviously, if you're black, it's not an offensive thing to say about yourself. It's like you can say the N word about yourself.
But that's another reflection of how language has a different feeling here, a connotation here, or has moved along here, whereas it hasn't in America.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting. It was like, oh, that's a term that I wasn't expecting to hear, and now that's out there because of this bullshit.
I didn't notice.
Like, I'm pretty sure he said that. I might be wrong.
The other thing is that I think any term which is one of those labels inevitably is going to fall out of date and become non-PC at some point.
Yeah.
And like this is the problem with this issue, is everyone's just looking for the next label, and actually the problem is the label.
Yeah.
In a way.
What do you mean?
As soon as you say people of colour...
Yeah.
The
the
old version, which is offensive, is the same meaning as people of colour. BAME is the same as... It's just grouping everyone together in a homogenous group, which boils down to not white.
Yeah. And it's not even like, it's being used in a pejorative sense. It's that, you're literally looking at people and seeing that, rather than seeing who they are.
Including Indy, by the way.
Not that you want to be, quite. Not that you want to be that I don't see colour person, because that's a load of bullshit as well. But, which Jasmine said as well, apparently.
Did she?
Yeah, which is interesting. But, it's like, God, we're so inarticulate. It's that thing of, you're all similar-ish and you're lumped into... Yeah, it boils down to you're not white. That's what it boils down to.
And
that's long and short of it.
The problem with the way that... obviously, every time Carl's vocalised it, he's done everything but say that.
Yeah, because he knows he can't
But it places the onus, like, on the black people as well.
Yeah.
Or the people who are not white.
Yeah, the culprits banding together and plotting against you.
Whereas actually, what it really is like, I feel vulnerable as a white person and I need the other white people to work with me and back me because these people are a threat to us.
Yeah, who knows what they're up to together, the conversations that they're having.
Yeah.
So Monty said, "This is America. Sadly, it's the world we live in." He said, "This is the last thing I expected to hear." Just the look on his face, I just thought there was just something just so sad about it. Just so like, I can't explain it, but it just hurtful.
Taylor made the point that Kyle was still really afraid of people of colour, people of colour's unity against him. Even when he had a really strong alliance around him and ahead of him.
And Kyle basically put that alliance together partly as a result of Daniel's behaviour.
Yeah.
So it's like, what I'd be thinking if I was Taylor Money, were you just thinking in the back of your head all that time, we're not really part of the alliance, or we're lesser parts of the alliance, or we're parts of the alliance you can't trust? Which he basically was. Like, what actually binds together Taylor, Terence, Indy, Jasmine? Nothing that fucking does. Literally nothing. It's just,
Monty doesn't think he can now continue to work with the Pound. He said, I could get emotional about it. And then Taylor said, but we have a game to play. That felt like kind of frustrating. It's like, I have feelings about this that I kind of wish I could deal with, but because of the game I can't.
Yeah.
And I guess that might be how Michael and Brittany kind of were feeling about it.
It's very Big Brother US. Like, you have to put your feelings aside for the game, but it's not normal to do that.
No.
I wonder how Monty and Taylor actually felt about Michael and Brittany bringing them this information, like, 2 weeks later. If what Turner said at the end, they had this information, blah, blah, blah. I wonder what they actually felt of, like, well, why didn't you bring this to us sooner? Like, if they actually had any feeling, I'm sure we'll find out.
I think they got excused because they, Brittany and Michael sort of, like, scrambled around saying, we just didn't know what to do with it. And then Taylor was like, it's understandable. Yeah. But I always feel like...
In the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, so what did you just sit there and just listen to that shit? Did you nod along? Because they fucking did.
And I feel like it's... the problem with this conversation was it almost felt like Michael and Brittany were handing responsibility over to Monty and Taylor.
That's what I was trying to say.
And it's like the black people now have to deal with it again. And it's actually white people bullshit.
Yes.
And so they're like, great, now this is coming to us to deal with.
Yeah.
And actually, the best part of this conversation for me was that Taylor said, because Michael was like, what do you want us to do with this?
Yeah.
She was like, if there's anybody who can act on this information, it's the two of you.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not for us to deal with. We weren't even part of these conversations. You've overheard it, and you go and sort it out.
Yeah. Michael said, I don't know if it's my decision to make. That was what Michael said. I do think he was playing a blinder there, game-wise, Michael, with that whole situation.
A blinding game move.
As distasteful as it was, it was such a power...
It serves him
a power move, to be fair.
Michael and Brittany are having a one-to-ones in the have-not room with everyone.
Why
now.
did they tell? This was the thing I didn't get. Why did they tell Alyssa next? Because of all the people to tell, kind of ruined the surprise of Kyle finding out too. Because she just told him the surprise, the drama of him just getting his ass put up.
Should have gathered everyone around. I'm very disappointed in yourself.
Yeah,
Kyle.
quite. Yeah, you've been plotting.
It had a bit of the sense around it for me. It had a bit of like Nasty Nick being revealed, but in such a different way.
Yeah,
because it's so much darker than that in tone.
Yeah,
because Nasty Nick was just going around showing names and cheating in a game show, but it feels like that sort of it's like a comparative reveal.
Yeah, the reveal. Yeah, and the surprise.
Yeah.
What did you think of Alyssa's reaction to it?
She was like, it's like when the girlfriend's called to the stand, like, oh no, I didn't know any of this about him. Like, I've never seen any of this behaviour in Kyle. I
wonder if he'd said anything like that to her before.
Well, she swears not.
Yeah.
But, like, what do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious.
It's what's interesting is how come he hasn't said anything like that to Alyssa.
Yeah. Maybe he knows better.
Michael said that he framed it around the other players without needing to say the white people need to stick together, which I also observed, and he sort of like that's how he said it to Alyssa.
Yeah.
She was like, "No, never heard anything of this." Then Michael took it to Turner. Anything about what Turner said?
No, the next song I've got is Monty telling Terence.
Yeah, Monty passed it on to Terence, and he's like, "How are we working together?" Terence said, "How are we working together when I'm up every fucking week?"
Even Terence was like didn't seem surprised in the slightest by all, did he? Terence was just like,
I think he did seem surprised.
Do you think?
I think he was quite like confused about it. He was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Terence is like used to, not being clued up on shit anyway, isn't he? It's just like, just another thing.
I think so by now. Michael calls his second witness to the stand, Brittany. I've put Brittany feels complicit. Did she say that?
I don't know. I don't know. You said you had detailed notes.
Also, who's calling Brittany in to explain to? Turner? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Brittany come in. He was like, oh, come on, Connie. Yeah. Wanted the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they cut to Kyle in the bedroom saying that he felt so alone, and Alyssa basically clued him in. You're right. That is a shame. It does sort of like blow it.
Ruins the surprise. Surprise! You're racist.
He denied saying anything like that. He said, "This is bigger than game. This will ruin my life if that's what they're pitching."
Yeah, and ruin my reputation.
They're not pitching something. This is literally verbatim facts.
But they are pitching something. They're pitching for him to go on the fucking block.
Alyssa basically, he was like, "What should I do?"
Yeah.
You could see him freaking out.
Yeah.
She was like,
"Go and talk to them.
Go up there and talk to them."
Yeah.
And then he went to the door, and Turner was like, "No, not now."
Oh, that's never good, is it? When you go to that door, they go, "Give us a minute." No. Like the Nicole Anthony treatment. You're fucked. The house meeting is the best course of action for this situation.
I think it's going to come.
But then ain't it gonna come on top?
Michael said to Turner, "For me, I wouldn't be happy with seeing anything other than Kyle leaving."
Yeah,
does save his arse. You're right.
But Michael's safe anyway. Michael's won the veto.
Oh yeah, of course.
So Michael's kind of doing it for really Brittany and Taylor. In a way, it puts Michael in a bit of a better position because it doesn't look like he's literally doing it to try and save his own skin, but he is doing it to try and save his two best friends. Turner said, actually, you might have more stuff.
No, I haven't really.
Turner said, they heard about this weeks ago. Why didn't they say anything then?
Did you say it to their face or in the diary room?
No, he said it in the diary room. Michael said something about on a moral level. Something. What else have you done?
Just that Kyle went to the diary room.
Oh, yeah, he looked shell-shocked,
insisting that he hadn't said anything like that ever.
Yeah.
Big Brother needs to play him the tape. And then the fact that he walked in taking his mic off, I thought, shit.
Is he going to walk?
I think there's potential there.
Yeah.
But that's an admission of guilt to do so.
Yeah, walking looks... Yeah, it don't look good, does it?
No.
Monty had come down on you for that, like I could tell as soon as he did this. But did you notice the most interesting thing?
No, what?
The
narrator?
The narrator guy...
What voice was that?
Talking in a very calm voice.
I thought it was a different person.
Next time... we'll see an explosive house meeting, and because you had to do it with the gravitas because it was a serious situation.
It sounded like a different guy.
Don't you think that was weird?
Weird.
I was like, hang on. I was like, maybe something serious is going to happen because why are they doing that?
And I've written it's not okay to leave it here,
no.
although it is for TV purposes. But I was like, no. And then I also thought, like, well, maybe they of course, it's more tension to sort of not show
the veto meeting.
The veto meeting. But, like, maybe they decided to push it into the next show because they wanted to cover these conversations in more detail.
Yeah, maybe.
And I just felt like, actually, I haven't watched live feed, but I feel like it probably got quite a good sort of edit.
Yeah,
for,
probably.
Like, showing as much of these conversations as they could.
Yeah, and they felt like they might need a bit more time for it. Do you think Kyle was definitely going to go up? I mean, to me, there was still some ambiguity there with Turner saying... Because Turner is very good friends with Kyle, isn't he? But then Turner is quite... I want to say woke, but that sounds cunty. But do you know what I mean?
Say that.
Turner, wants to be seen to be doing the right thing as well. Yeah. So it's a tricky one for him, isn't it?
Yeah, because, I mean... Leftovers started on his HOH and he took the opportunity to stand up and have that speech as well.
Exactly. That's why I have faith that he will do the right thing.
Gotta have faith that.
Absolutely full. But then he is playing directly into Michael's fucking hands if he does it.
It's because Michael's playing an absolutely flawless game.
He is. Shit.
Anyway, we're going to have to, because we've got to watch the show, and that's going to take us a good 45 minutes, so we're going to have to cut the file into two episodes, right? Because otherwise it'll cause ourselves loads of problems.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Stay tuned
come back.
for an explosive second part of BB on Blast when we watch the live eviction and react
we're gonna,
to all the drama.
Watch and react.
It's
and
like,
then
shut up.
Also... Hopefully there's a few emails to read out. I don't know.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shit unfolding in the emails because, Laura's been sending us screenshots and God knows what. So there's probably a hell of a lot of the information we just don't have, which we shall have by the end.
Doesn't it feel like I was just here when we did the podcast a few days ago?
Yeah, when was that? Oh, it was Sunday. Now it's Friday.
It's because we had a long weekend. It feels like not long ago.
Oh, I've been through hell and back. Shout out Kim Woodburn. Right. Join us for part 2.
Yeah, right.
Now.
Now.
Or when you get to it.
Bye.